Hello, hello. What's going on, everyone? How's everyone doing? Welcome to episode 11 or 10 part 2 of me learning MGS3 on Euro Extreme. I'm Spartyy. I'll be your host and your rookie at the same time. With me, I have my coach, Major Zero. What's going on, Major?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Sparty. How you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Relaxing Wednesday night. So I'm ready whenever you are to get right into it. So let's bring up our game, shall we?
Yeah.
Uh, okay. All right. So
All right.
where are we gonna start?
Let's hop into Mountains 2. Mountainside is what it's called. So I'm going to show you the new fast Mountain 2. Hopefully you came in with a decent amount of 1911 ammo because we're going to need it. But anyway, the beginning is exactly the same as you're familiar with. Just headshot this guy, and you're probably going to need to grab at least one of these packs of ammo. You almost certainly don't need both. But if you're super low, you can grab both. Grab the stun grenades. You're going to need them. And you're going to do another box headshot here. This one is easier than the one in Warehouse 2.
Okay.
It's just remember, you have a lot more time to do this box headshot than you think, so don't try to pull it off immediately after you turn the corner. I'm going to show you what this looks like. See? Just like that. Simple. And then you need to roll right about here, at the end of this rock. What this is going to do is it's going to manipulate a guard who is actually just up there, who can just barely see you.
Yep.
And he's gonna turn and stand in place. Check this out. I think I did it wrong. Yes, I did. So I'm gonna roll off and do it again. I think I did it wrong because I waited so long.
Yeah.
I'd like to not slow down so much and hold R2 and pause basically, but
Sure.
I kind of got you to explain what's going on in this. There's a lot going on.
Here, box headshot.
You wanted to say what the, and once you turn this corner, you're good to go. You can box or roll; it doesn't matter. So once you get up here, you're going to change to the 1911, and we're going to do no more than 6 shots on him. I believe he might even die on the 6th. Basically, try to do 4 or 5. 4 is kind of risky, 5 is safe, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to walk towards him, and once we get around to where that vulture's at right now, that's when we're going to start shooting. 5 shots, and then a roll will knock him off the cliff, and it does not count as 1, 2. Wow, I didn't shoot. That's embarrassing.
DS3. Are you using your DS3?
I am, yes.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
Let me raise my memory real quick. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, even on MGS2, a lot of times, like the sensitivity will kick in, and he'll raise his gun and put it away instead of firing.
I think that might have been what happened.
Yeah, that happens to me in like Guard Rush MGS2, but I've been there.
All right, we should be good. We are up to 2,000. So you can also obviously do a moving shot on that guard, but I don't like it. I'm not good at it. Whoops.
Boom.
It's definitely possible to mess up that box headshot, but it's really not that risky. I mess it up probably like 1 in 20, which means obviously that I'm going to mess it up like 10 times in a row now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a roll. And then you can either change it back to your 1911 or Mark 22 or 1911. It doesn't really. Well, actually, you're going to need it here if you want to do the fastest strat. I don't like to shoot the wall because it allows me to do something up ahead. This guard needs to be asleep, so I'm going to trank roll into him.
Okay.
And here we're going to roll across this gap here. And you need to roll across it. Important. That's going to get that guy's attention. And now we're going to shoot these barrels and change to the stun grenades. Finally, one up there. Get the RPG. And head out of the room. That's that. As long as you get out before
Alright.
that radio call is finished, you're good.
Okay, so you just throw the stun grenade behind the shed, and that knocks
Yes,
that guy
just
out.
towards that, that
Mm,
like wall right there.
okay.
It's a lot. It's a long room, but it's not too much, I think, to do. So
All right, let
have
me
a
try
go.
it.
Anything you want to ask
No,
questions about before we get going?
I think I got it. You might want to lower your bitrate a little. It was stuttering every
Man,
now and then, but everything else was fine. Okay, so let
I
me
don't know
give it a
why I'm
try.
having so many issues.
All
I
right.
I have really good internet normally.
I don't know if it's the server or something. I don't know.
It's
So
my end. It's got to be. But anyway, carry on.
it's a mountain base, right?
Mountain side.
Mountainside. Oh, this is this one. All right. So I should be equipped with my Mark II. Let's see. Here, box. Okay, box headshot. Hmm.
I feel like you have a lot longer to walk up to this guard with the box on without getting an alert. I think that in general on the mountains, the guards are just really dumb. They have like if you notice that guard that we're shooting with the 1911 has really poor vision, so it's just a lot safer in general. You can play it, and if you just hate the box headshot, you can always revert back to the pop over the ledge strat. It's still valid. Just
Okay, so here you want the M1911.
Mm-hmm. And once you cross over the vulture, roughly, is when you're gonna start doing your shots.
No. Okay. Bad movement. So you need to knock this guy out. You said, right?
Right. I like to shoot him with the Mark 22 and roll into him. You could use a six spray if you wanted, actually. Does that work?
Not true. So now you need to go back to your M1911
Mm-hmm.
to get this guy's attention. So when do you shoot this? Well, my movement was off.
Yeah, that you
Let
walked
me get
around that
caught.
like gap. But other than that, that was flawless.
I think I wasted too much time at the beginning.
No, that was fine. You didn't waste any time at all. The only problem was that you didn't roll over that gap at the end, so the guard in the back didn't see you.
Okay.
And you'll shoot the barrels just when both of them are close enough to get hit by it. That's all. You just want them dead. And of course, that doesn't count as a kill because it's a barrel.
Again, spam square. I keep trying to time it instead of spamming it.
Well, while you're getting back to that point, I'll explain to you the reason that guard who you trank roll into. The reason you do that is because he needs to be unconscious or incapacitated in some way, or else you'll get a caution from the barrel exploding. He'll hear it and call it in. And that's obviously unacceptable for the next room. It won't work unless you're doing MS like this.
Uh, 1911.
I think you can shoot that guy 6 times. It's just it's that's killed him before for me. I don't know if I got a magical headshot or something. So I try to go for 5 or fewer, personally.
Nope. Okay. Was that the gap?
That was the gap. It's just you got to roll a little more to the right.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to shoot him that 5th time if if you're getting close. It's better to do an extra shot than it is to take an alert.
So here. Stun grenade. Grab RPG.
Very good. That's what you're looking for. I need to pick it up quick.
Hmm.
The only things I'll say, obviously, is try to box up hills more, roll into
Right.
the RPG, general.
Mhm.
But
Movement
that's super
stuff.
good. That's super good. So let's move on.
Okay.
This room. Let me check my notes. Actually, I think I wanted to show you a different line in this room. Pull them up. Oops, that's the wrong notepad file. Yes, I did want to show you another strat in this room. This is going to save you about 5 seconds. So, there's two strats that you can do, caution strats and no caution strats. Personally, I find no caution strats easier, but they are both perfectly valid, and they're near enough the same speed as makes no difference. So just do whichever one is most comfortable for you. Which one do you do at the moment?
I do. I think I do what you do now. I don't know. Hold on. Let me show you what I do.
Sure.
Might mess it up.
Are you going? I think the stream might be frozen. Yes, it was, of course. It was super delayed. I don't know why.
Let me
No, you're good.
let me get a alert real quick and show you from the beginning. All right, take two. So this first roll is where I have the most trouble. Sometimes I get caught, sometimes I don't.
Okay.
Almost.
So I know what went wrong.
Okay. So go ahead, teach me.
That first guard, the very first one in the trench that you roll over. So I don't know if you know this or not, but your footsteps are actually louder when you're in the box. So that's probably why he catches you so often. You'll notice I actually don't use the box at all here. I just tank the time loss and walk up the hill. I find it a lot safer. You can use the box if you like, of course. It's faster. I hate it, so I don't.
Okay.
So I just walk up the hill. Let me show you. I also want the correct gun on. I also roll at a specific point. Right in front of me is a white spot on the ground. Kind of where I roll at. I can't see it from the hill. Right about, of course. Anyway, the visual cue doesn't matter. Just, as long as you can get across it without him catching you. Anything you like. Just like that. I also noticed you didn't use the box here. I would personally, and I would also get good at doing this gap here. And one more thing, don't put the box on immediately at this point because there's a guard who will see you sooner if you do. If you put it on a little bit later, you can make it quite a lot easier to get through this room. So just right about now, good. Just a second, you wait. And then as long as you don't get stuck on this gap, you're good to go. Right? And it's that guard there who will see you if you put the box on too early. You'll notice how far back he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll notice how he was like right here when I got up to the ledge. Normally, if you put the box on immediately, he'll be like right here. So it makes it a lot easier. So that's no caution strats. Do you know caution strats?
I don't know caution strats. Well, is that the take off the suppressor shoot? I really don't like that, but
oh, you don't like it? Oh, you've done it before then.
I know of it. I can't tell you exactly what the steps are. I just know you shoot the gun or the suppressor, you take it off, you shoot it, then you keep going. But I don't really know how the rest goes.
But you've done it, and you don't like it?
Yes, I've done it, and it wasn't for me.
Sure. All right, that's just fine then. We won't even bother, unless you want to.
You can explain it, because I do want to know of it.
I'll just show you.
Let me try it one time.
Why don't you try no caution, and then we'll move on to caution. While this is fresh in your mind, I just want to make sure you got this.
Okay. All right, show me the caution strats, please.
Nice. There you go. Well, that was good anyway. So, caution strats. I'm not a big fan of them either. so I might be a bit
Okay.
rusty. I don't really do them. It starts out the same way.
Mhm.
Actually, no, it doesn't. My bad. It doesn't start out the same way. You roll into the trench.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
And when you do that roll, you would normally take off the suppressor and shoot right about here, kind of in the middle of that wall. And then roll up, climb, and then here's where the tightness comes in. That guard on the left can see you if you're not too far, or if you're too far to the left. Shit.
Mhm.
But that's basically the strat. Although ideally, obviously, you'd want to land on that
Yeah.
ledge, not miss
Yeah, I
it.
just don't like taking the suppressor off and putting it back on. And
Yeah, I just don't like the strat in general. I don't like how tight it is coming up that ledge back there.
Mhm.
I prefer no caution, but that's the general gist of it. If you ever feel like doing it, you can refer back to this and have a go. But I think you're fine, unless you want to
Okay.
practice it.
I'm good.
Cool. Ready to move on then?
Yep.
Awesome. So the next thing is the Fury. I know you're going to have a ball of a time with that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've seen your Fury. We're going to save you some time. Would you like to have a guess at how much?
Like a minute 30? I don't know.
On your PB, compared to your PB, we're going to save you about 46.1.
All right. I was just taking a wild guess, but mine is super slow. And that was the one on my PB is the fast Fury for me.
Oh boy.
So
Well, then you're going to be blazing saddles after this.
I don't know how you do this with this camera. I can never do that roll with that camera.
Oh, really? I can do
Yeah.
it both ways. I don't know. I don't really why I use that camera.
I don't know.
Oh, you might want to get to the Fury, by the way. So we're not.
Yeah. I'm just staring at your screen. So do you equip the Mosin?
Yeah, I was
Do you
gonna
need
say,
to
also
pick up?
make sure you have it on. I normally equip it after the end, but this time I did.
You don't pick up any items or anything here, right?
Oh no, I don't. I don't pick up any of that stuff.
All right.
Definitely not the noodle. Don't pick up the noodles. You need to not pick those up. That's actually important.
Okay.
If you pick up those noodles, you won't have food during escort. I think. I think that's what Apache told me. I've done it on VE. I've never tested it on Euro, but on VE it really messes with the route if you pick it up. And we don't need any of this other stuff. Just gonna go in with the Mosin.
All right. Let's put the Mosin on.
Oh god, you do the fast stairs? Oh, I thought you.
No.
There's a super risky version of the fast stairs you can do where you roll in between the railings and it saves a second.
Oh.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Nope. I just do the regular roll down.
Sure.
Okay. Ready for the Fury.
All right, the Fury. So I'm gonna reset the fight with a continue real quick,
Okay.
just so it's on the correct frame. So the basic premise of the Fury is we're gonna manipulate his movement. As you might know, he has 4 primary spawn points that he can go to when the fight starts. 2 of them are on the barrel side, and 2 of them are on the non-barrel side. If you're using the Snake Eater camera, that means left and right. 2 left, 2 right.
Okay.
Ideally, we want him to go on the right. Left spawns can be quite bad. So we can manipulate him into usually going right by taking a specific line. I learned this line from Hikari. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you now. What we're going to do, as soon as the fight starts, we're going to go southwest and hug that western wall, moving south, and do a roll. That accomplishes 2 things. One, it gets us further south in the arena faster. And if there's fire there, it won't stop us from moving. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. And also, while I'm doing that, I'm going to change to the Moses.
Now, is this 100% for sure he'll go left if you do this?
No, we want him to go right. It's absolutely not guaranteed at all. You'll see he went actually to the worst spawn point here. This is the worst. If you do this, you're having a casual Fury or a death like that.
Okay.
That's the risk in doing this setup. There are multiple setups. I'll show you some more in a minute.
Okay.
What was your question?
No, I was just gonna ask if you do that roll in that specific place, is it guarantee he's gonna land in a specific spot?
No, absolutely not. Nothing guarantees anything in this fight. It's a lot of randomness, but there is some manipulation involved. In my opinion, this requires further testing, but in my opinion, where he goes depends on two things: the line you take through the room and your stamina. I don't know why it's those two things, but I think those are the two things. So depending on what my stamina is, I'll take a different line. I'm gonna try this again and see if I can get a good manipulation. Okay, he went right this time. So 1, 2, 3. He's gonna fall over, and I'm gonna do. Do you know the rest from now on? Actually,
You bait his fire attack, then go back into the pillar, then shoot.
Yeah, pretty
him.
much.
Okay.
You just kind of repeat that as much as you can. The setup is the hardest part, to be honest. And then 1, 2. Okay, I need to do a third. I didn't mean to put the box on. The ideal loop is 3, 2, 3, but sometimes 2 isn't possible, and you have to do a third in the middle, right?
What if you do 3, 3 to start off?
That's fine. It's slightly slower than doing 3, 2, 3. But if that's all you can do, then that's all you can do. You know.
Okay.
Right? So I got my 3, and I'm going to bait his shot, run behind the wall. He's going to jump. 1, 2 if I can. 3, I couldn't do just a 2, so I did the third. And that 2 will finish the fight. He flew away on me. That's the randomness. This fight still has a lot of randomness to it. There's nothing you can do to guarantee this fight. It's just a run-in. So when sort of things like that happens, that's just what you get, you know? But something I will tell you, if he's not facing you when you go for a shot, shoot him once, wait for him to turn towards you, and then shoot him. Otherwise, you could knock him off the arena, and that's really bad.
Wait, say that again?
Whenever you go to shoot him, if you see that he's not facing you, shoot him once. He's going to turn towards you, and then shoot your however many other shots you're going to do. Okay. The reason you're going to do that is because if he's not facing you and you shoot him 3 times, when he gets knocked back, he could get knocked off of the arena. It doesn't matter which way he's facing, unless he's facing you. Whichever way he's facing, he can get knocked off. Whichever other way, I should say. Okay. So keep that in mind.
All right.
I'll show you that setup again. One more time. So he went left. The loop is the same no matter... Man, I am so unlucky. I'm going to show you the other setup real quick. It's exactly the same loop, just the setup is different. So what I'll do the exact same thing except to the southeast. Like this. Except I guess I won't roll. Unlucky. But that's the setup. You just hug that eastern wall and kind of run to where I'm standing now.
Now, what I usually do is I'll point like you know how it starts the fight with the M1911 equipped? So I'll just turn and hold auto aim to see where he's landing. If you do that, by the time you get to him, though, it'll be too late. Like, he'll start...
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen what you do with the auto aim. It's just a little too slow.
Yeah. By the time you get to him, then he might just already blast you.
You won't be able to manipulate his spawn at all. Right. If you do that, you'll have to be standing there waiting on him.
All right. Let me give it a shot.
The Fury is a super hard fight, so...
okay. So here... Okay, so he's coming down. No, too slow.
Another thing you can do is when he lands for the first time, you can bait his shot and then go in for your shots, your first 3 shots. That's a lot safer. To be honest, that's what I'm doing.
When he lands, what?
Okay, so when I was showing you, I was going for the 3 shots before the Fury had a chance to shoot his flamethrower at me at all.
Right.
It's a lot safer to wait for him to shoot his flamethrower, to bait him into doing that, and then shoot at him with the Mosin. Both are acceptable. Obviously, shooting him early is faster, but it's way harder. 10 times harder. 10 times harder, easily. So, just keep that in mind.
Okay.
No matter which setup you do, it's always an option to just let him shoot first.
Ah, too slow.
Another thing I'll tell you is if you do the right setup, Eastern setup, I would always recommend waiting for him to shoot first.
Okay. It's just so inviting. He's just staring right at me, and I
Right.
whip out the Mosin, and then he just shoots the fire. Oh, Joe with the raid. Thanks, Joe. Hope you had a good stream. We're here trying to learn the Fury fight, and it's not going well so far. So thank you for the raid.
This is everybody's favorite part of the game. Hey Joe, hey viewers, thanks everyone for coming in.
Oh, too late.
Yeah, in that scenario, I definitely advise baiting his shot and running behind the wall. I think that's what you were trying to do, right?
Yep, I was trying to bait it, but since I was so close to him, it just came right up on me. Oh.
I think the reason he goes in that middle left position is because you didn't get far south enough in the arena early enough. You know what I mean? That's why we do that roll. It's still like tight. You gotta be quick.
Oh. He ran away. Oh, come on.
Another thing I would advise is keeping the box on pretty much as much as you can. Whenever you're not fighting him or actively shooting at him, probably is a good idea to keep the box on. Hold R1 when you quick reload.
Ah. Yeah, hold R1. You're right.
Yeah, it makes it
Like
a
the RPG.
Yeah. Yeah, that's honestly one of the biggest things that people struggle with in on Euro with the Fury is they don't hold R1, and then they have to readjust their aim so much, so they miss a lot.
Oh. I didn't hold R1 there either. Just bad habits.
Another thing to keep in mind, I don't know if you were doing it intentionally, but you got a headshot there. Limbs don't do a different damage. Every body part does the exact same amount of damage: head, legs, toes, whatever.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Hold R1. I'm gonna keep saying it till you do it. Hold R1.
What? Oh, I did it that time, but didn't register. Thought I shot him.
He probably had iframes because he was doing that quick jump.
Went out too far.
Yeah, it's just, hey man, this is just a lot of what the Fury is. It's just fighting him. Just a lot of practice. It's just, you know the technique, but it's still a very hard fight. And he can be very random on you.
What? Where'd he go?
He ran north.
Let's just restart.
I guess one more thing I could tell you is try to minimize turning or looking around in first person. If you need to do like a major turn towards the Fury, do it in third person and then change to the weapon, which it looks like you're generally doing, but you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
After you do your first 3 shots, by the way, run closer to him. I think that's why he's jumping away so much.
Get wrecked, Fury.
There you go. That's the fight.
Okay, so this is just a fight that I just have to keep practicing. I know what to do. I know how to bait his fire. I just have to practice not going out too far, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So I get the idea of it, though.
Just remember, try to stay close to him as much as you can. Sometimes it's not possible, but the closer you are, the less likely he is to jump, in my opinion. It also makes it a lot easier to bait his shots. So,
Okay. So this is where I gotta put in the most time, it seems. All right, so I'm ready to continue whenever you are.
I just gotta get there. This is a really weird loop, but it's working. Okay, don't light me on fire.
Improv
Okay, it worked. That's so dumb. Okay, so
when I see no run, I'm like sick.
yeah, awesome. We don't need this Mark 22 ammo. We grabbed plenty of it on the mountain, so we're just gonna grab the suppressor and move on.
Okay.
Also, you can do a roll into that ladder and mash triangle to get up it a little faster. Don't know if you know that.
Oh, like MGS2 ladders.
Yeah, but this is like the only ladder in the game where you can do it.
Yeah. Well, can't you do it on the ladder where it's a snake eater?
No, it doesn't work.
Aw.
Anyway, I think it's because this one goes right into a cutscene. Anyway, do you have at least one smoke grenade?
I'll let you know in a second.
Sure. If not, that's not a problem. Awesome, perfect. Well, I guess I'll just tell you anyway. If you ever need smoke grenades, I recommend not doing this in a run, but there's smoke grenades right here. If you ever need them.
Oh, is it worth going out of your way to grab it?
No, I'm just talking about for practice. Don't ever do that in a run. If you ever do that, if you ever run out in a run, just do the old Rykov with the unsilenced gun. But I'm going to show you a new Rykov anyway.
Okay.
I want to show you how you do this room though. Guess what? It's another box headshot. I like these. It's not already obvious.
Nice. I like it.
Roll up the stairs and change to your Mark 22. And don't equip your box. That's important.
I think it starts you with your Mark. Oh, you want to change to your Mark 22 from the M1911. Yeah. Okay.
Correct. So we're going to go around this box here that I'm standing next to, and there's going to be a guard in the north who's going to just barely see me. He's going to be like, who was that? Or whatever. Just don't have your box on, and you'll be fine. Then put your box on, and do a box headshot. Simple. If you like, this room is pretty laggy. You can look down in the subsistence camera to save some frames.
Okay, I got a new strat for you.
Okay.
All right, let me try it. This is just improv right now. I don't know if this will work. Oh, I was gonna shoot him like you do in the mountains and just run him over.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Hold on, I think I can get it.
You probably can. I bet you can. Just don't do it coming out of the box, because then you'll just cap it.
Yeah. Let's see if I could. Oh, got stuck. I don't think so. Maybe not.
Ooh. Right. Oh, I bet you could have used the box, actually. Okay, now I kind of want to try. Okay, detour. Hold on. Let's pause.
You can try it too, see if you get a better setup than me.
Is this really what I'm no rookie is for? Strat finding. Let's go.
Oh, I did the box headshot but killed him. Wait, did you do it?
No, I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, let me see.
So I'm going to put the box on, which means he's going to see the box.
Mm.
And now,
Snake, what's your status?
problem is I think I'm gonna get a caution before I get. Yeah, see, that's a problem. Ooh, I'm curious. What does that do to the next room? I'll mess with this later, but
Okay, we'll just do what you
yeah,
were doing for now.
we'll just do it the
All right.
normal way.
So don't put the box on. Switch to Mark 22. I thought it was like I forgot that MGS3 you can't really what that you get caution even when they don't call it in.
Right.
Okay. Here by this
Oops.
one.
I was just about to say this is probably the easiest box headshot in the game, and then I promptly missed it.
Okay. So this part you just shoot that guy in the head and you continue on, I'm guessing.
Yes, you just carry on
Okay.
to the next room.
And of
So,
course I missed. Let me get her to continue.
Yeah, I think you know how to do this room just fine. I don't think there's anything I need to show you here.
I guess the timing of it, I just gotta remember what to do.
Actually, there's one thing I can show you. The line, and like the danger zones, I guess.
Mhm.
From here, take a straight line to the other box, right? This is sort of like the safe zone right here by these barrels. From
Mhm.
edge to edge, you want to take the straightest line you can. You don't want to be too far to the right. Otherwise, there's a guard in the southeast that can see you. That's all I got.
Besides wasting time, I guess you could get caught.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, the time is minimal. The biggest problem is it's a high
Mhm.
risk of getting an alert.
Okay. All right, so let's get Rykov.
Yes, let's. So, the new Rykov strat, very simple compared to what we used to do. I love it. It's so much better and it's faster. So, we're going to come into the room and just change the smoke grenade and throw one towards the stairs. We want to land kind of close to the stairs. Change to the 1911. And we're going to auto aim on this guard to the east. Wait until Snake is auto aimed. Shoot him. Roll up a box up the stairs, I should say. Bump, grab, and take him. Simple as that. That's all there is to it.
Oh, nice.
Real simple, real nice, real fun, real flashy. So it's a good one for the viewers,
Mhm.
and it's fast. It's the best of all worlds.
All right, let's do it. So, smoke grenade. M1911.
I highly recommend using the Snake Eater camera for this room, for the whole room.
Yep, I just did it right when I'm at the stairs.
Okay.
I usually change the Snake Eater right when I go up the stairs.
I would recommend using it for the whole room still. It'll make that auto aim shot a lot more consistent because then you can just press right D-pad and you always get it.
True.
But anyway, I think you got that strat. It's hard. So if I don't get an alert here, I'm going to take him through the room.
Okay.
Everyone's favorite part of the game, torture.
Officer. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so go up.
Yes, go up. Go up for the officer. Normally I would skip torture, but there's something I want to show you immediately after in the cell.
Okay. The save file doesn't have the arrow in the thigh.
Oh, should make a new one right now.
All right, give me 2 hours to learn, practice all the new strats and get up to here. Maybe 3 hours after the Fury.
Sir,
Sir.
You ever heard the torture cutscene in Japanese?
Who have you been talking to?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
You'd better start.
I couldn't. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Check.
Who is Khrushchev's
Check. I got you.
How can
Okay.
you do this?
I said no. I have not heard it in Japanese.
Okay. Some people say it's more gruesome. I don't
Really?
think
Because
Yeah.
Japanese usually voice actors sound very high pitched compared to the American voice acting.
so. Exactly. That's why I don't think it's with even
always-
an anime voice actor, it's impossible to listen to that
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, this is torture."
I mean, hate me if you want, but Japanese just never sounds right to me in like MGS. It always sounds like way too high pitched,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
especially like the shrieks and the yells and stuff like that.
I'd like to have the Japanese script though. Particularly, I guess NGS2 had it the worst, right? Because Olga and Solidus were voiced by Meryl and Snake's voice
Yeah.
actors, respectively. We didn't get
So,
that in the West. So
David Hayter should have voiced Solidus as well to keep
Yeah.
it the same. Yeah.
and Debbie Mae West should have done Olga, but I guess the Western
Yeah.
voice casting crew didn't like that. I don't know.
I think the Olga part maybe it wouldn't be as effective, but Solidus to have Snake's voice and Big Boss's voice then next, like that would have been so much better. Because you don't see Solidus, you just hear him for a
Yeah.
while.
Right. You don't
And
see
they're
it.
always, yeah, they're always hinting like, oh, is he Snake? Is he not?
Or maybe it's the legacy.
But
Yeah,
then you're like,
that's where the Japanese script
Who is
Yeah.
helping you?
is kind of convincing in that. But whereas in the West, everybody knew that it wasn't.
yeah, they're like, of course it's not. He doesn't
Yeah.
even sound anything like him.
You're a tough one.
Anyway, back to the run.
And you
I'm going to show you the new fast cell escape.
am a
So what we're going to do is we're going to run southwest, pick up the fork, and then run to the southeast and kick a rat. You have to do it in that order, or else the rat will not go the right direction. It's really weird. I don't know why he acts that way, but he does.
Okay.
So
So grab fork, kick rat.
just go straight to the toilet, kick the rat, and then pause the game. From here, we're going to cure just both of the things and spin 10.5 times, or I just do 11, to make Snake throw up. 7, 8, 9, 10, and this should be 11. My counting is correct. So Snake is going to throw up. Just don't move, and he'll throw up immediately. Grab the rat. Actually, I want the SAA. And now we're going to get rid of Johnny. You can nut punch him. You can do the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 if you like. You can do anything you like to get rid of him. I just nut punch. It's easiest. Rat, grab his smoke grenades, and then get on out of here. And that's the fastest way out of the cell, considering the rest of escape.
Okay, so here.
Another thing to note is it's a lot easier to nut punch him with the SAA on for some reason. It has a big hitbox. I don't know why.
Okay, good to know. So cure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more for good measure. All right.
What's wrong? You
Yeah.
okay? Oh,
So you want the SAA. Now you don't. Do you cure? You take out the transmitter?
Yes, you need to do that on Euro. It's a
Forgot to do
lot
that.
slower to leave it in.
Forgot to do that part.
That's actually all you need to take out. So if you wanted to, you could press left arrow or whatever, or left D-pad, and leave the
What?
fake pill in. Aim a little higher for the nut punch. You got to aim it like his chest. It's not really a nut punch. It's more of a chest punch.
Okay. 1. Whoa. See that?
Are you okay?
So chest punch.
Oh, jeez. Did you throw up?
Oh. Wow. Okay.
I definitely recommend going into Torture with the Snake Eater camera on and using it for most
Yeah.
of the cell because it's a lot more consistent.
Okay. So how did you say to cure this?
But I just cure both of them. I mean, you only need to get rid of the transmitter. We're not going to use the fake death pill, but I
Mhm.
just get rid of both of them personally.
Yeah, that's what I do as well. Okay. So grab that, sure. Now, so I have 3 smokes, 1 rat, and you have the rat equipped.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to throw the rat in place of the noodles that you would normally throw that you get off the
Okay.
dummy.
All right. So do I need to do anything on the next section or what I've been doing? Where you throw the
I just
rat.
have prison escape written in my notes. So I'm just going to show you the whole thing, and you tell me if it's pretty much what you do.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't do 11.
Gunshot wound inflicted by the boss. Bullet has lodged.
Gimme.
Blah.
There's also item fling RNG, so the smoke grenades can sometimes go back into the cell, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do this trick? Where you throw the thing and then do the smoke grenades with tight timing?
What do you mean tight timing? This was always pretty easy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I struggled with it when I learned it.
What I usually did is I didn't go behind the boxes. Once I started going behind the boxes, then crawled, it was easy.
I'm not
What
sure.
I would do is like my line used to be really bad before. Like I would try to like curve it around, then
Yeah, you go like
go
right here,
prone. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then lay
yeah.
down and crawl. I think
Yeah, yeah.
I saw you doing that. I mean, if that works for you, then have at it. But whatever.
So what I do is as soon as I get close to the boxes, I just duck right behind it.
That's fine. Whatever works for you, man. As long as it's consistent, I don't care.
Yeah. So
Um,
throw.
So I think you know how to do this room, though.
So
Yeah, that works. As long as it works for you.
right.
So
Okay.
I do want to show you something in the next room, Grossegrad Northwest. I think I needed to show you this. I should have been more specific in my notes, but I'm going to show you it anyway.
This is a room where I'll do it right 10 straight times, then I'll get it wrong 10 straight
Sure.
times.
It's all about the grenade throw.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you get the grenade throw far enough right that the guard on the right is technically inside of it, but it's far enough left that the guard on the left can't see you. It is obscuring the path between you and him.
Mhm.
So what a lot of people do is they try to do some crazy super high grenade throw, and it ends up usually making things worse. I just barely move my aim up a little bit, and that's where I throw it. From there, it's direction. That's kind of just, you'll get a feel for it, or have a visual cue if you like. I stand next to this barrel here, throw it from here. I just go up a little bit, hug this right wall, and that should be good. And then, throw the next grenade at the end of the yellow box to get the dog. And that's that.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, let me try it. Smoke.
Looks good. Really good.
Nice. Oh,
Obviously,
battle.
occasionally you'll mess up the angle. Rarely in a run, probably 1 in 30 or 1 in 40. But once you get, you just figure out where you need to be aiming. It's easy. It's lickety split, right? So, but that's it. So I think you got the idea. Go on.
Remember the cigar strats?
Yes, I do.
ASAP to get the best 1 second time save.
I actually had it written in my notes. Don't equip the cigar, but I forgot to say it. Luckily, I think you know. Obviously.
Yeah.
There's a stupid, absolutely ridiculous, stupid roll here that you can do, but never ever do it. I'm gonna go for it though. I've never gotten it in my life.
Let's
Literally
see the
never.
roll.
You roll like
You
on
roll
this
into the little.
You roll
Yeah, I've
like
seen
right there,
this.
and you can roll over it and then grab the railing. It's like a second faster, but it sucks. Don't ever do
Okay.
it. It works pretty easy on PS2 though. But I'm just gonna carry on.
What's a swag roll? Is the roll you go up this ledge, right into the
Oh yeah,
first hole?
you can do that. I hate it.
I can never do it. Oh, I did it! First try. Usually in runs, I just press triangle and climb up the ledge.
Oh really? I just roll up the ledge and then lay down. You can actually play all these holes a lot faster if you rolled into them, but I lay down for all of them. Yeah, that's tough. I don't like. I don't even hold X.
Damn.
What I do is I crouch and then use the stick to turn to lay down.
I just hold X. Oops, wrong way.
I stopped. I
hold
used to
X.
do that. I stopped doing that because what I would do is I would lean up against the wall accidentally and then like lay down the wrong way and go backwards like that. So it annoyed me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Crouching.
Bark, bark, bark.
And of course, just drown yourself in the sorrow. There's no reason to do anything else. You can use a grenade if you want. It's technically faster RTA, but
Yeah.
I don't bother. This part doesn't count towards IGT, so you could do anything you want. You could walk to the end if you like, and it wouldn't count as long as you don't take a continue. That part is important.
It's a good time for
Everything you did counts.
Yeah. It's a good time for a restroom break. You just rubber band the analog stick up.
Yeah.
This plus the ladder climb.
If you put a rubber band on your analog stick, it's tool assisted. I'll reject your run if you do that.
What? All right, I'm gonna just take the controller with me.
I'm obviously.
And
I'm
my
obviously.
microphone. Just hear the stream.
Oh my god, no!
And
Please
more
don't.
one.
I'm obviously kidding. Big O did that on his run. He laid the controller down like in the right way so that it was hitting the stick.
Mhm.
He was climbing the ladder. Obviously, I
Work
was kidding.
smarter.
I don't
Work
care.
smarter, not harder.
True.
Big O's got the right idea.
So I want to show you the line through here. It saves more time than you might think, right? It says about 5 seconds. It's kind of a weird line. So roll up here and go left around this rock, and then you don't need to roll up this. Simple as that. You go like right around there. That's pretty
Yep.
slow. And you don't have to do log roll. In fact, I recommend not doing it, but I do recommend rolling onto the log. That's quite easy and quite simple.
Mhm.
Approach from the south side of this tree and just roll up it. You'll hit this like rock wall, and it'll stop you from going off. I have never, ever in my life rolled off of the log while doing it. So once you're up here, just walk off, do your business, carry on.
All right, let's try it. Usually, Usually, I go to the right of that rock you were talking about. Okay, so here, roll up, go left, and then
That second roll you did was unnecessary. There's not actually a hill there. It looks like there is, but it's not.
playing tricks on my eyes.
Right.
Okay.
There you go. Simple line. I just wanted to show you. Because it's normally I wouldn't nitpick on lines, but this one saves so much that it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
I have you saving 11 seconds on something here at this waterfall menu. I just don't remember what it was. So we're just going to play on until I figure out what it was.
Okay.
I think it... I don't remember. Oh, right. It's because you're going to equip the RPG now instead of at the beginning of Bike Chase, and that saves a lot of time at Bike Chase in particular. It's only a couple of seconds faster overall. But I'll just show you the menu anyway. obviously you can figure it out, but well, why not, right? While we're here. So the bit after the menu, do you do that weird headshot and the box and all that?
Yeah, I do the box to get that guy's attention, headshot the other guy, then box again to the end.
Cool. All right. I like to play it risky and do my menu after climbing the ladder, but that means I take off the 1911. And if that means I don't have a backup for Volgan. So if I mess up Volgan, I have to go into my backpack or continue or something like that. So keep that in mind. If you want the safety, you can leave it on and do your menu early or
Okay,
whatever.
so I will do it now.
Sure, feel free.
Okay,
And
so
you can actually do a fancy climb on this ladder if you come at it at an angle. You can skip the animation.
how?
Just run at it at an angle like I did.
Just mash triangle.
Yeah, just mash triangle.
Okay. All right. So this menu. Hold on.
Well, first things first, do the item first. That'll save you about a second. For some reason, if you do the weapons first, you have like a second long delay when you go.
Yeah, that delay is always annoying.
Right, just do the item first.
Okay, so the only item I need is the box.
Right, just make sure you use box B. I've seen enough people do box A on accident and then go to like the weapons lab. So take off the fork, Mark 22. I like to take off the 1911. For you, you'd be doing this menu earlier, so you wouldn't touch the 1911 at all.
Okay, so
take off the SA, SVD, Mosin, RPG, stun, smoke, and then C3. So this is what your menu should look like when you're done.
Yep.
And of course, what this does is it puts the Mosin and the RPG right next to each other, which makes it very good for Volgan. Shagohod Volgan, that is.
Yep.
But that's the menu. Oh yeah, I forgot Oscam. You use Oscam, so you actually want to do that first. My bad.
Oh, so you go camo, Oscam.
You'll go camo first, since it's when you pause the game, it'll be the first thing. Camouflage will be the first thing selected.
Okay.
You'll do the camo first, then do your item. My bad. I
Got
forgot
it.
to use Oscam.
Oscam. I need Oscam for the hoverboard section. That's the only section that gives me trouble that I'm not consistent without Oscam.
Right. I agree wholeheartedly. I support that.
Yeah, like everywhere else I can get through fine with the stun grenade Mark II, but the hoverboard section is just I'm not consistent at it without Oscam. Okay, so let's climb up. Oh, let me come at it at an angle.
Yeah, it's just a 1 second time saver or less, half a second, whatever it is. I think I'll just show you the box strap. Make sure we're doing it the same. Oh, I didn't put the box on. Just make sure we got it crystal clear, and then we'll move on. We don't actually need to go all the way to bike chase. It's not necessary. Oh, I gotta do my menu again. That's another problem with this, is if you do it up here. If you take an alert, you have to do your menus again. It's kind of risky, but I don't think I've ever taken an alert here in a run. So I don't think it's that risky, personally. Oh, I didn't headshot him. What? How is that not a headshot? Anyway, is that pretty much what it looks like for you?
Yes.
But
Yes.
without the... Okay. Then we don't really need to go on and waste our time here. We can move on to the next save. I will just tell you, during bike chase, your bike chase is just fine. Personally, I would use some more stun grenades, but that's all you. Whatever works for you, if it's consistent, do it. You don't have to be like me. Just do whatever's good for you. And look up as much as you can during bike chase. It saves up to 25 seconds. Obviously, you're going to have to look down to shoot or throw some stun grenades occasionally, but try to minimize that. Look up as much as you can, all that. Pretty simple stuff. We don't really need to practice that. Specifically in first person, by the way.
Would the RPG equipped work just fine? You just look up with the RPG equipped, or do you have to like hold R1 or something?
You're gonna have to shoot people, so I wouldn't have the RPG equipped. But when you're on the runway, yeah, that's just fine. You can have the RPG.
Okay.
So there you go. You got the strat. Let's move on to the next save. We're gonna go to the Shagohod.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second here.
Sure.
Okay. Are you excited for the infamous Shagohod loop?
I'm not excited for the first shot.
Okay. It's easier than you probably think it is. And once you practice, you'll have this loop like 99% of the time. Oh, I didn't realize I thought I made my save at the bridge, but I guess not. In case you're wondering, if you want to practice the fight, you do have to RPG yourself. There's no other way to die other than
Yeah.
getting shot, I guess. But like, you can't fake death pill or anything. So this is where you'll want to reference that image I sent you. That's when you do the first shot. So the setup for that is this: going into the fight, hold R2, and you want to be holding R2 as the fight is loading, so that way you get it open on the first frame. Change to the RPG. Hold R1 and L1 so you can go, aim normally, of course. And don't turn your camera at all. Don't turn Snake's aim. Snake will do the aiming for you. Once Snake's reticle drifts into that correct position, that's when you're going to shoot. I don't know if you studied that image at all, looked for any visual cues of your own, but I'll explain to you the one that I use. It's the reticle being, if you have that image open,
I'm looking at it right now.
the red reticle in the middle is right in the middle of a sort of horizontal white line on the Shagohod's treads. It's horizontal and like angled a little bit. That's when I see that, that's when I shoot. But use anything you like. There's many visual cues there. Pick one that works for you and use it.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you what that looks like in practice now.
All right, let's see it.
Hold R2, change the RPG, and get into the scope. There's my cue, so I shoot, and he's stuck. So now I'm going to wait until I'm behind the Shagohod, and I'm going to wait until I'm well behind the Shagohod. There's two options here. You can shoot as soon as you can see the weak spot, which is faster and riskier, or you can play it safe and go pretty much right behind the Shagohod and do the loop a little bit different, but it makes it a little bit easier to keep, particularly in the beginning. I'm going to show you that safer version first. Okay. So Eva's going to drive sort of like towards the rear quarter, and that's when I'm going to take my shot. Pretty late. And then I'm going to immediately shoot the treads, and he's going to be stunned again. And then it's 5 seconds between iframes for the weak spot. Once it's gone, shoot. And I'm going to shoot it one more time, and then shoot the treads again, and that's loop. That's just going to repeat that over and over again.
So the second shot you did, you don't. The second shot in the back, you don't shoot the tread.
Say again, sorry?
So you have the visual cue shot. Then Eva rotates around the back. Then you shoot it in the back once the iframes are done. And you go with the left tread. Then you wait until the iframes have gone again, and you shoot it in the back, but you don't shoot it in the tread.
Yes. So the loop is once you're in the loop and you've got it set up, the loop is 2 shots on the weak spot, 1 shot on the tread. Generally, there will be some exceptions where you'll have to make a shot on the tread, but 90% of the time it's going to be 2 shots, tread shot, 2 shots, tread shot. But the only deviation is that very first weak spot shot, the one that actually does damage. You have to shoot the tread immediately after that, even though you've only shot it once. But from then on, it'll take 5 seconds for the iframes to go away. You'll do 1 shot, wait, 1 shot, tread, right? It'll go in that order. So I'll show you that one more time, what it looks like from beginning to kind of the middle of the loop. Wow, Snake just does not want to take damage. Oh my god, Snake, come on. Snake! Did you see how many rockets I shot at my feet?
There you go.
Alright, so, again, I'm going to hold R2 going into the fight, change the RPG, and look for my visual cue. There it is, so I shoot, and he's stunned. So I'm going to wait until I'm well behind him. And then immediately shoot the tread. I missed that first one, so I doubled back for a second one. I knew I was going to miss it, so I made sure. I like to count in my head to 5 for the iframes to go away. You can also kind of spam once you know you're close if you like. That's an option. But keep in mind that the more you spam, the more the game lags. So you lose time for every rocket you shoot. In my opinion, though, it is worth it to kind of spam once you know you're close. Because it just makes the loop so much more consistent. Yeah, that was a bit slow. I was too slow on the iframe shot, so I lost it. That was all me that lost the loop there. The loop didn't fail me. I failed it. But that's loop.
Okay. All right. Let's give it a shot.
Nice.
No, I lost it.
Yeah, you got to go back for that tread shot immediately after the first weak spot shot.
What?
Oh, did you get pressure sensitive buttoned?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Thanks, Kojima.
I let go square and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was too early. As soon as I shot it, I knew it was too early. Oh wait, no, you're not supposed to shoot the treads on the first shot.
I just opened your restream in Microsoft Edge because it appears to be less delayed than Vivaldi. So now maybe I can actually watch what you're doing in real time.
Yeah, so what I did is as Eva turned around on the first shot in the back, I shot it, but I shot the tread also.
Ah, I see. Okay. Now you definitely want to go damage shot, then tread.
Eva! No! Eva! The other
You
one!
were just a little too early. That happens if you're just slightly too early. You see, I mean, obviously you stunned him, but Eva turned around. Yeah, it's just practice. You'll get a feel for the timing.
Oh, again?
Just a little too early. Like, I mean, like, you were maybe a tenth of a second too early. It is a very small window, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Once you practice it enough, you kind of get it.
Hmm.
But that practice is what you need.
Okay.
Don't stress about it.
Stop moving.
You gotta go for that tread shot after you do the damage.
Wait.
Immediately after, like, immediately after.
On the first shot?
Yes, on the first shot.
Okay, that's what I messed up.
Yep.
Snake missiles. Yeah, here's some missiles.
So like when you're stunning the Shagohod again, you're obviously gonna do it immediately after a damage shot, and you need to be very quick with that shot. So you have to be
Okay.
kind of quick on the aiming, and it is safe to double back if you know you're going to miss the tread shot to go for another shot. I recommend that entirely.
What? Okay. Nope.
If that happens where the Shagohod is able to turn, I guess,
Yeah.
right on you a little bit, I would go for the risky version where you just shoot early. As soon as you can see the weak spot, you'll shoot at it.
So just let it keep turning.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's nothing you can do about it turning. But my point was shoot the weak spot as soon as you can, because you want to get as much damage in on it as you can, because there's a good chance the loop is going to be lost if that happens.
What?
Oh, you hit the armor. You actually have to hit the tread.
I was trying to get splash damage, maybe.
Right. It's just a weird shot, right? The treads are annoying anyway, as you know during phase 2. They suck. So
Alright. Okay, so then back shot, tread shot.
good. I saw you double back for that safety shot. That's really good.
2, 3, 4, 5. No,
did-
other way.
You
Other
didn't
way.
hit the weak spot. So the Shagohod will only... correction. Eva will only stay behind the Shagohod when the weak spot has been hit and is currently in iframes, and the Shagohod is stunned. Those two conditions must both be met in order for her to stay behind the Shagohod. So that's the importance of shooting the tread immediately after you do damage. I guess you could think about it like this. When you stun the treads, you have just enough time to do 2 weak spot shots, 2 damage shots to the Shagohod. Think of it that way. So immediately after you have just enough time. So immediately after you do that second shot, you have to stun it again so you can get 2 more shots. Carry on with that loop, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what you're aiming for.
I'm starting to get the hang of it to where I know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
That was too slow.
I remember what I was going to say. I noticed that you did this before, and I forgot to say it. It's easy, very easy, in fact, to accidentally shoot just before the iframes go away, and you won't do any damage at all. So what I recommend doing is waiting until you actually see the Shagohod's health bar go down before you go for the tread shot, unless you're 100% certain that it will hit. If you have any inkling of a doubt, even slightly, I would wait for the health bar to start going down, and then go for the tread shot. Or you could just spam, it's an option too. Like I said, I prefer spamming over potentially losing the loop. So in Euro, I think in most of my runs, I generally do spam. But just for the last second or so, I'll count to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start spamming.
What?
So the loop likes to lose itself if you don't get that first shot just right, and you'll notice it was turning. I think you just
Yeah.
shot a little too early.
Yeah, as it was turning, I was like, I gotta shoot as early as I can before it keeps turning.
It is possible to recover the loop if you if it manages to turn away on you, but it's very tough.